Are you, like me, always searching for the next fantastic miniature to add to your collection? If so, you're in the right place. Hello and welcome back to Getting Handsy. Today we're diving into a collection of exciting new miniatures, some which are currently available for pre-order, and others that have just arrived on the metaphorical and physical shelves. From tangible miniatures to models for 3D printers, I've gathered releases from some of the biggest names in the hobby, alongside some lesser-known gems covering sci-fi, fantasy, and more. Whether you're a player, painter, or just a collector, I guarantee there's something here you'll love. So let's sit back, relax, and take a look at these incredible new minis. First, we're going to check out something I haven't seen in a long time actually, War Machine. Now under the Steam Forged Games brand, it looks like War Machine is getting back into the swing of things. I haven't played since 2nd edition, and while I wasn't a fan of how competitive and unforgiving the game was, I always enjoyed their miniatures. And in this case, it's the Azdarak, or however you say that. There's just something about the metal wings and the flames that immediately drew me in. I don't know exactly why, but it reminds me of one of those old bad guys in the Power Rangers shows that I watched as a kid. I can just see that thing stomping around, destroying a city and causing chaos. Anyway, I'm sure my paint job would never do it justice, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't try. Next, I wanted us to take a gander at Kyo Shineko, however you say that as well. I always pronounce it wrong probably. But anyway, they're one of my favorite 3D model creators. They typically do fantasy and like historical weird war models for wargamers with 3D printers. This month, for their Weird War subscription, they're working on a Japanese army, and while this technically is not a model yet, it's just a concept, we should have the official models by the end of the month, and they are usually pretty close to those concepts. For example, here were the ideas that they had for the December models, and how they actually eventually turned out. So I'm sure the Weird War Japanese Shadow Ninja units will be just as cool. From there, let's go check in on Parabellum's Conquest, the Last Argument of the Kings. This week I saw a cool model up for pre-order. It comes in the new Veil of Tears lore campaign. I believe it's called the Murakame Wako, but I've just been calling it the Cool Turtle Guy because
I like turtles.
And while it isn't for the new faction that they just released, the Weaver Courts, whose starter box I recently picked up and had a video on, and still haven't put together, let alone paint, it is for the Uroni, which is another faction I wouldn't mind getting at some point. I just really like those Asian-inspired fantasy armies, so I'm always on the lookout for those. Now, what if you're looking for something a little creepier? How about we take a look at my favorite gothic horror creator, Bestiarum. They create rugged knights and disgusting creatures for your role-playing games. This month they have a set called the Church of the Acarid, or Acarid. I got no idea, I'm bad at this. Which has a number of mutated insectoid monstrosities. Specifically, I can't wait to print out and take a shot at painting the Acaridian Prophet. It is very reminiscent of the Kindred of Rot from Elden Ring, if that's something that interests you. Here we have the big boy, Games Workshop. And while I have lots of criticism of their business practices and other things, and my reasons for trying really hard not to give them any money, I think we can all agree that they are one of the leaders in the wargaming market, and mainly because they make very nice looking high quality miniatures. And the one that I saw that was up for pre-order, and now out of stock, is the new Catan Shard of the Nightbringer for Warhammer 40k. And I think this is basically the epitome of their design ingenuity. Using the energy and robotic bugs to connect the model to the base is a very clever way of adding extra height instead of using clear flying stem. I know the original model used its cloth gown to get a similar effect, but this newer version is definitely more intricate and fancy. Whether the model is worth $130, I'll leave up to you. Next, we're going to take a look at Archvillain Games. They create 3D models for fantasy and sci-fi role-playing and wargames. Their sci-fi pack this month has the Hell Praetorians from their Orbita Hellscape faction. And while you would think I would want to print out the Black Overseer or one of the Hell Hulks, the one that actually caught my eye was one of the Hell Platoon Troopers. Well, specifically numbers 3, 7, and 8. They reminded me of Ghost from Call of Duty, specifically the meme that you always see him in where he's just sitting in the car. Anyway, I just thought they were cool, and funny, but mainly funny. And if you're looking for some neat Chaos Troopers, you might check them out. For this next one, I've got to go back to Games Workshop. I wasn't planning on it, but there's a reason I swear. This model comes from their Age of Sigmar side, and is part of the refresh of the Maggotkin of Nurgle. Festus the Leech Lord is just a cool model, I can't lie. It's just a gross, bulbous horror, and I kinda love it. But from there, we can go to one-page rules for a complementary model. One Page Rules has their own alternative systems for both fantasy and sci-fi wargaming, and they create their own models for numerous factions in their universes. This month, like Games Workshop, they're revamping some of their older demon armies. And one of their new plague demons is a giant slug, which looks to be the perfect goopy mess to go with the Festus Leech Lord. This one is especially fun in my eyes because it reminds me of the brain bug from one of my favorite movies, Starship Troopers.
It's a fray!
Now these last two are another complimentary bunch. Firstly, we have what I would call another heavy hitter in the industry, Mantic Games. And they have a number of pre-orders out right now, some of which were included in my last video, where I unboxed their newest 4th edition starter bundle for their fantasy wargame Kings of War. But we aren't looking at those right now. Today we're checking out the new halfling models. There's just something about this faction that always pulls me in, and with these new models, I really think Mantic have gone and outdone themselves, especially with the dog cavalry and troll gunners. They're just really fun thematic models that I think fit the faction so well. And then, if you're looking for some 3D printed models to fill out your Mantic halfling army, well, then you can take a look at Titanforge. They are another creator that designs 3D models for fantasy and sci-fi, role-playing, and wargames. Their current pack adds a bunch of new models to their halfling Auxilia faction. From melee and ranged infantry to siege machines, they have a large number of options that give variation to your army. But by far, my favorite of the new models is the mage on Flying Pig. He's just so magical. I will say the proportions and scaling are a bit different between these and Mantic's though, so some adjustments might need to be made if you're worried about that sort of thing. And there we go, finally finished. I was thinking that I may have gone a little bit overboard, but in the end I think this was probably just about the right amount. I was just having such a good time exploring all the new models that are out there, but, you know, eventually you gotta cut it off. But that leads us to, what was your favorite miniature that I found? I'm sure I didn't mention or missed a bunch of other new models, so what ones are you looking forward to picking up or printing? Are there any companies that you think I neglected that I should keep better track of for future minis? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.